Greetings, students. As you remember, in the first couple weeks of these Dimensions of Leadership class, we had spent time in revising different leadership theories. The leader-centered approach that we revised related to the leader itself and the traits, skills, and behaviors that leaders bring to the leadership process, as well as the follower-centered approaches, those that we call the external approaches, when we have the opportunity to revise the situational leadership theory, the contingency theory, and the adaptive leadership theories, based fundamentally in what the leaders get, what the followers bring to the leadership process. In the past week, we also revised the path goal theory, and this week, week 5, we will analyze the leader-member exchange theory. The purpose of this discussion board and this micro lecture today is to request from you a reflection. In other words, to compare and contrast what are the similarities and differences, the strengths and weaknesses that you can find between these two theories, the situational leadership theory and the LMX theory, the leader-member exchange theory. In the situational leadership theory, if you recall, we talk basically two elements, two pillars that sustain this theory, the support approach and the directive approach. In the support approach, the connection is more with the relationship approach, with the opportunity to develop the followers, to support the followers. In the directive approach, is more task-oriented, results-inclined. In the middle of these two pillars, we had one opportunity based on what you get from the leadership process, the possibility to act using a high supported or high directive approach, or variable of commitment or competences from the followers. In this case, as you recall, we use the coach-mentor approach. On the other hand, when you are able to get low supportive and low directive followers, but at the same time, high commitment and high competence, the leader tends to use the delegation and, even more importantly, the empowerment approach. The question today then is, what are the similarities and the difference between this situational leadership theory and the leader-member exchange? In the leader-member exchange theory, as you recall from these week revisions, the main element is that dyadic relationship between leaders and followers, and what action the leader takes based on that relationship. We talk about the in-groups and the out-groups, as you saw in the previous video, but the question here again is to hear from you in this discussion board, what are the similarities and differences that you can analyze, evaluate, contrast, critique the situational leadership and the leader-member exchange theory. Looking forward to hear from you and to read your interaction in discussion board and how you interpret the differences between these two theories. Thank you. Looking forward to your interaction. Thanks.